morning. It is 5:30 a.m. and I have been spending the last 15 minutes contemplating if I want to get up.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
Hello everyone, I just got out of class. I had my theory class and it was very fun. We talked about Zimmel and now I am locking myself away in our library study room. The many to choose from, as you can tell, very nicely equipped with amenities, and by amenities I mean none. Anyways, I do prefer to usually do work in a more open area, but I have a ton of work calls today. I guess there is some natural light coming through this room. There's some dappled lighting over here, so I'm gonna eat lunch, really hunker down. I have so much work to do before my work calls. After then, I'm gonna go off campus and do some grocery shopping for an event that our club is hosting. But yes, this is my romanticized, luxurious student life. Really doesn't get better than this, so. I just got done with my first meeting and I have another one in 30 minutes, but in the meantime I'm gonna work on the promotional materials for my jewelry launch, which is literally this Sunday, and I'm so excited, but I'm so nervous because it's a lot of work that I gotta get done before the weekends, before business days, but it's coming out exactly how I envisioned it. I can't wait for y'all to see the photos and the campaign, and also get to check out the jewelry. Here is the silver version of my my very popular jade pendant necklace, and I also made some rings. So let's see how much we can get done.
So sweet, but sorrow. Can I miss you? Why aren't I with you? This autumn rain 내 마음을 적셔. 잔잔한 비와 너의 향기에 취해. 이 밤 같은 너로 채울래. 그리고 보낼게. 비가 그치고 나면 넌 지워질 수 있을까? 이 빛 속에 나와 나 추억이 손끝에 들려다네. No away, never away. 잔잔한 비와 너의 향기에 취해. 이 밤 같은 너로 채울래.
Yeah, we have cucumber. Yes. Just go up the steps here. Okay. And turn to your right, go through. You'll see George Washington, go through the president, and you get to walk.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, have a good day. Hello everyone, I just got back from Friday classes. I didn't vlog any of it because it's kind of just the same old, but today was a really fruitful day. I feel intellectually stimulated because sometimes, you know, you go to a college class and you're like, I'm paying to listen to this. So today I'm actually hosting a dinner party. While I'm prepping food, I wanted to talk about my quarter life crisis and just kind of what I want for my future. I feel like I haven't really talked about my goals post-grad, and I also need to do this for myself. Thinking out loud is definitely gonna help me figure out what the hell I'm gonna do when school is no longer structuring my life. So in case you don't know, I've been doing YouTube since high school, sophomore year. It's been 6 years technically since I started my channel. I do think it's a bit wild that it's lasted me as long as it has. Influencer, content creator careers tend to be ephemeral. I'm just fortunate that I've always been able to do what I love. I never feel like I've had to change myself to have my career, and y'all have supported me from day one, so thank you so much for that. But when I started doing social media, I never expected it to be such a front-facing role, because I'm not a front-facing role person. You ask anyone in my life, I am an extrovert, I love socializing with people, but what I really enjoy doing is the background work, the logistics. That's kind of what I've discovered in college. I prefer doing the creative background side of things rather than taking very public leadership roles. And doing YouTube, doing YouTube is obviously all you hear and listen to is yourself. I have gotten so used to looking at my face, listening to myself talk, that I'm a bit desensitized at this point, but it used to freak me out to think about how I was putting parts of myself to be perceived and consumed by people. And a lot of people I know in my sphere have graduated and they've pursued the entire content creation full time, which is very admirable. I'm not sure if I can ever do that. I always surprise people a little bit when I tell them I want a 9-to-5 post-grad, because I've kind of settled on my dream job as much as I can think of a dream job. I've always known that I wanted to work within social justice and advocacy, and besides that, I think I've kind of figured out that what I would really enjoy is being a creative director or the person who manages logistics for a person in a creative field. Recently, I did a fundraiser, a Cafe Soda fundraiser, where we did a philanthropy project for the Cancer Research Center at our school, and it was so fun. There was something very enjoyable about buying the ingredients and planning the menu and then working and interacting with customers the day of. Plus our coffee was like really, really good. So like me and another board member were like, if we both have quarter life crises and we don't know what to do with our lives, and I was like, Mary, if you decide not to go to med school and I'm wandering and lost, we should like open a cafe or a restaurant together. You can do all the food, the menu planning, all that jazz, and I can do the business side and the marketing. And I feel like I would be so happy doing that in any type of capacity. I'm just a tiny bit burnt out and self-conscious about creating an image of Lynn Truong for the rest of my life. But yeah, those are just my silly thoughts. Also recently, I've been reading a ton of Marx for my sociology classes. It's a cornerstone of sociological theory. And you know, Marx is more than just like communism, okay? What Marx does argue is humans and their ability to create things is what makes us quote unquote so special. And the way that labor is stratified and broken down now and exploited, it limits our imagination of what we can do with our lives. Wow, this is getting deep. I didn't mean to get deep. Something I've been dwelling a lot on is how my mom growing up was always so supportive of me having an art career. I know that sounds surprising because a lot of immigrant parents, they shut down those dreams immediately, but she was always like, you know, if we had the money, I would send you to a fancy schmancy art school abroad. You would spend the rest of your life just creating things and making things that you love, but we don't have that money. So that's just not a dream that's available to people like us. As a kid, I did not realize how nuanced and at times radical my mom was. And I also never realized that I would have the privilege, even though I don't think it should be a privilege, of doing art for the rest of my life. The end goal of a social justice career is for justice to be achieved, and therefore for me to be, to some extent, unemployed. And coming to college, I think I've had this exact same conversation with so many of my friends who've gone through undergrad. But going through your first couple college years is like a very rude awakening of like, wow, The system is so stubborn, it's so deeply entrenched. And I'm not saying that change is impossible, I'm just saying it's so hard. I want justice and equity to be achieved in my lifetime. For a while, I was pretty stubborn. I thought I would work at a nonprofit straight out of undergrad. If you're aware, there is a concept called the nonprofit industrial complex. To be fair, a lot of the nonprofits that I've interacted with are not extreme cases of how bad it can get.
Truth is, there's a ton of physical and emotional labor in organizing, and nonprofits don't always have the adequate support systems, including fair pay and pay time off. However, I have a lot of hope and optimism for all avenues of social justice. Nihilism and pessimism is the language of the oppressor, so it's important to hold true to the values and dreams of a better future. Anyways, thanks for coming to my TED Talk, and I hope you enjoyed this installment of Lynn discusses their quarter-life crises in deep detail.
It's so autumn. Whoa! Horse.